morning, so we're going to do part 2 of the final review for spring semester. Okay, so if we're working on these, so cosine A, so sine A is going to be equal to sine B, okay? And then if we have an angle, so if A is 36 degrees, the sum of the acute angles in a right triangle, everybody, are going to be 90. So 90 minus 36. So we get that. And always double check with your calculator, everybody. So just make sure you're putting the numbers in. So we got 54 degrees. So this angle would be 54. Okay, so this one they want us to solve for x. We have two sides, and we're solving for a third side, so we're going to use Pythagorean theorem for our right triangles. So the sums of the squares of the legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So we do we square them, add them together, and then we take the square root of that. Different color, everybody. I know that's really light color. And we get 41. Okay, so on this next part, everybody, so same thing. We're solving for that third side. So we get 16 plus 36. We get 52. And take the square root of this, everybody, and when we're doing this, we're going to round to the tenths place. So the dimes place, that first decimal place. So we get 7 and 2/10. Okay, on this one, we got, so we're going to circle the angle. Everybody, since I have an angle inside, I'm going to use SOHCAHTOA. Angling across is going to be the opposite. Next to is the adjacent, next to the angle. And diagonally across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. Okay, so remember SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. There's nothing here for adjacent, so that means I'm going to use sine. It's going to be equal to k over 5. We're going to cross multiply and divide with this, everybody. So we're going to cross multiply. So we're going to get k is equal to, and we're going to put in sine of 22. Make sure you close the parentheses, times 5. And I got 1.875 and up, and I'm going to round it up. It's going to be 1 9/10. Okay, so on the next one, so opposite, diagonally across from the right angle is the hypotenuse, right next to adjacent. There's nothing here for opposite, so I'm going to use cosine. Right, so adjacent over hypotenuse. Whole numbers over 1. We cross multiply again, everybody. So we're going to have r is equal to cosine of 56 times 46. And we get r is equal to 25. And last number after it's 2, so it's going to stay the same. So 25 and 7/10. Okay, so this one we're looking for the angle. If we're looking for the angle, everybody, we're going to use inverse, but we're still going to label the sides. Nothing here, so I'm going to use cosine. It's going to be cosine of theta is equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. So theta is going to be equal to inverse sine. So remember, by a second cosine on the calculator, and then it's put in 12 divided by 13. So our angle would be 26.6 degrees. Okay, same for this one, everybody. The angle's right here. And we have all the sides, so we can use whichever one we want. I'm going to use tangent because we haven't used tangent yet. So tangent theta is going to be equal to opposite over adjacent. So it's going to be inverse tangent is equal to 48 divided by 55. Put that in the calculator. So we get our angle would be 41 and 1/10 degree. And everybody, doesn't matter which trig function you use, you'll get the same answer for our angles. Because every day we're angling. Okay, so now we're working with some of our problems. Okay, so we have the main mast of the fishing boat is supported by a sturdy rope extending from the top of the deck. Okay, so basically we have our boat, we have the mast, top of the deck down. If the mast is 20 feet tall and the rope attached is 15 away from the mast, how long is the rope? So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. We have two sides and we're looking for a third side for a right triangle. So 20 plus 20 squared plus 15 squared is going to be equal to c squared. And everybody can do it step by step. Or you can definitely also just take and do the square root like this, everybody, and put it all in the calculator like that. It's up to you. Everybody step by step, or putting it all together. Okay, and it would be 25 feet, so the rope would be 25 feet long. Rope, ladder, those are all going to be hypotenuse. Okay, so we have a flagpole. Cast a 9-meter shadow. Find the angle of elevation of the sun. So everybody, that's going to be the angle going down here, looking up. Another nice bright sun over here. So we're looking for that angle, so I'm going to circle this. It's hypotenuse, adjacent, and opposite. So we're going to do, remember, elevation going up. So we're going to do, knowing with SOHCAHTOA, everybody, we're going to go, okay, we're going to use tangent. Opposite over adjacent. So inverse tangent, everybody. That'll be the angle of elevation of the sun. Fire department letter. Over 100 feet off the ground. What's the maximum safe angle of elevation? So this is the ladder, everybody. 110, and they want to know the maximum elevation. Okay, so circle my angle. This is adjacent, opposite, hypotenuse. So I'm going to use sine because I have adjacent and I don't have adjacent. So the maximum angle of elevation that they have to be safe would be 65 and 4/10 degrees. Okay, she went to fly a kite. Okay, so she's out there flying a kite. She lets out 650 feet of string tied to a stake, and then she walked down the field till she was directly under the kite, which was 600 feet from the kite. How high was the kite off the ground, everybody? Two sides, looking for a third side. So remember, this is going to be, so this would be our base. This is A, and this is our hypotenuse. So we're using Pythagorean theorem again. So we're going to subtract. Make sure to keep track of all those zeros. So I subtract everybody, and I get 6,000, 60,200, 62,500. And then we're going to take the square root, everybody. Got to get to the root of the problem. We get that x would be, it's 250 feet off the ground. Okay. Okay, so we're going to graph it. When in doubt, graph it out, everybody. Okay, and they want us to find the perimeter and area for this, everybody. So we're going to go over, this is going to be 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, we love it. So perimeter of the quadrilateral, everybody, so it's a square, so 4 times the side length. So 4 times 5. That's going to give us 20. Area square, so we're going to square that side. 25 5 squared. That's going to give us 25. Okay, find the perimeter and area, everybody, for a triangle. So B is right here at 0, 0. C is right here at 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4 is where A is. Okay, so this is 3 and 4. So area is going to be 1/2 base times height. So 1/2, 3 times 4 is going to be 6. And then for the triangle, we're going to add all 3 sides together. Okay, but I need to find the length for this side, everybody, which is 4 by 3. So I have to use Pythagorean theorem to find C. So we're going to do 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 2 squared. Take the square root of that. So everybody, this is the base. And then 4, everybody, is the height and also A. So we get 9 plus 16, which is 25. And then the square root of 25 is going to give us 5. So the side's 5. So when we're adding all the sides together, it's going to be 3 plus 4 plus 5. Give us 12. Okay, here are circles. Love circling round and around. Okay, so on this one, everybody, so we got, so So they want us to find the measure, okay, of KL. So that would be these. So we started adding those together. Depends on my hand. So I'm going to go 53 plus 79 to get 132. And then for KM, it's going to be this one. So 79 plus 68 is going to give us 147. Okay, and then JAM is going to be, actually I'm going to do JAM first, everybody. Would be 360, and then we just subtract all those other angles. So 53 minus 79 minus 68, and that would give us 160. Okay, and then for our other one, they want us to add L, J, L, M. So adding all three of those together, everybody. For C, I'm going to put it down here. So 53 plus 79 plus 68, it's going to give us 200 degrees. Okay, for the next one, so RS, okay. So I look at that and I know it's going to be, I can do half. So my circle, everybody, is 180 degrees. So 180. So for A, everybody, 180 minus 42 could be 138.